Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Dychronic, your host here on this Destiny 2 video, and today we're going to be taking a look at the weekly reset for Destiny on May 5th, 2020. Oh, look at that. All of the flags have equalized. That's wonderful. But yes, today is going to be the very last week of the Guardian games, the very last opportunity for one of these classes to take out a win. And if I may just mention, because I've done a little bit of math, not the full math, if the Hunters win every single day and the Titans get bronze every single day of the last week, the Hunters can win the Guardian games. But if the Titans get a second place at least once, the Hunters cannot win. Or maybe twice? Once or twice. I think if they get a gold, the Hunters can't win, just period. However, since the Warlocks have been getting second place the entire time, they're actually in a position where they can actually win this thing. If the Warlocks get first place the entire time, and the Titans get second place the entire time, I think their points are going to be either equal or right next to each other. And again, I haven't done the full math here, but it's going to be really close. So the Warlocks need the Titans to get bronze at least once, and then get gold the entire time. Now, as you can tell by the thing behind us, the Titans, really, we only need to win like one gold during the last week, and then we can go silver and bronze like the whole time. And that's a good position to be in. And of course, this is going to be the last week, the last opportunity to buy anything from Eva, buy the Heir Apparent, get her special Ghost Shell quest on your laurels and all that stuff. So this is going to be the last opportunity to do that. I have 2 out of 3 Ghost Shells. I'm just getting the Heir Apparent now. And on top of that, this is the very last week to finish off all of your triumphs for the event. Me personally, I'm basically done here with the bounties. I actually have the bounties in my inventory to complete. Just been waiting on the bounty medal, and then of course I have to do the Rumble playlist, and then I'll be done and I can get this very special emblem. And the very last thing I'll say before we get into the regular weekly reset is I just want to say that I don't really think the Guardian games was done very well. There's definitely a lot of hostility that was brought up, a lot of hate that was buried deep within a lot of people that really need not happen. I mean, the Olympics are all about unity and coming together. On paper, it doesn't sound like it should be, you know? People are just competing. They're all about their own team and trying to beat other teams, but they present it in a way of unification that's so much better. And honestly, all I've seen is just hate. People going, all these dirty crayon eaters, all these sneaky, snaky hunters, all these book reading nerd world. Come on, guys. We're all Guardians playing Destiny 2, playing a video game. And that's what's important. We're playing a video game. Now, obviously, it's an easy place for me to say this, considering Titans have been winning, but it is true regardless.
I've seen it myself.
Then let's go into Titans. And now that I'm at my spot, I can now begin the weekly reset. Moving on with the regular weekly reset, let's start up with the Nightfalls and the Nightfall Ordeal, which this week is going to be the Arms Dealer. Now, this is one of the highest scoring Nightfalls for the base game, but again, it is the base game mission, so you probably have to do at the very least Legend, if not that, probably a 1030 if you want to get 100k. As far as difficulty goes for the Grand Master, I would not say this is very difficult. The boss area, you have a lot of different places you can go, a lot of different cover areas, and there's not really any particular section that's really that hard. And unique for the Arms Dealer is going to be the Tilt Fuse Exotic Sparrow. For the regular Nightfalls, we have Insight Terminus, the big Scion at the end, dropping the Long Goodbye 90 RPM Sniper Rifle. For Exodus Crash, that's going to be the Invisible Guy at the end of the Nessus mission, and he drops the Exotic Sparrow that I always forget the name of, and then Hollowed Lair. This is Mindbender's Ambition. It's going to be the Fanatic at the end of the Scorn mission, dropping the Mindbender's Ambition Aggressive Frame Solar Shotgun, the shotgun that everybody wants for the Crucible. And if I may mention a strategy for farming this, technically the shotgun drops from the boss. So if you kill the boss and then your full team dies, you can just do the boss fight again. The heroic modifier for this week will be Void Singe. You know, I just remembered I actually have laurels to turn in, so why don't we just turn in these laurels? Yeah, I was kind of hoping that the flags would move. But I guess, you know, it takes a bit more than just a couple of laurels from one person, or medals from one person. But I wanted to try. Impact Velocity! That's what this sparrow is called. As for Crucible, the rotating playlist this week, first off, we have Mayhem. All about getting your super grenades and heavy weapon ammo very, very fast. So if you need any of these for any of those reasons, Play it. Very fun. And the other one is Showdowns. 4v4 team. It's kind of like elimination, but there's revives, and you win the most rounds to win the showdown. Honestly, this is kind of like Trials of Osiris. I'm surprised more people aren't into this, but I guess Trials is interesting because of the passage, not because of the game type. As for Reckoning, this week it will be the likeness of Oryx. So if you want to go get your spare rations, your god roll, anything that is available during the likeness of Oryx, it is available this week. And of course, the burn is going to be Solar Singe. As for the flashpoint, will be taking place on Mercury. So completing the public events, lost sectors, and heroic adventures to finish this quickly. And I would just say Mercury sucks. It really takes a lot longer than it should to finish this one. I already have it finished from previous times I've done it. As for Escalation Protocol, this week it will be all 3. I believe last week was all 3, which means next week will be the shotgun. Still one of the best shotguns for PvE. Moving on to Menagerie, this week it will be Hasapiko, the big Minotaur at the end. For the regular mode, as I said before, it's going to be Void Singe, and when I say as I said before, because it links up with the heroic modifier, and the heroic version will have Extinguish, Iron, Blackout, and Void Singe. And as always, I highly recommend you go play Menagerie if you don't have good sets of weapons or you want to know what weapons are great. There are so many great, amazing weapons in the Menagerie, and the Menagerie makes them very easy to get. As for the Nightmare Hunts this week, we have Skolas, we have Zydron, and we have Tanix. Obviously, the easiest one is going to be Zydron because you can get to Zydron, activate them, and then hide up on top of the rocks and just shoot them to the ends of days without actually having to die. As for the Garden of Salvation challenge this week, it will be to the top. It's going to be in the Consecrated Mind encounter, I believe the 3rd encounter, when you actually kill the Consecrated Mind Harpy. And during this encounter, you have to deposit 10 motes every time you deposit mote. So you're going to have to go 10, 10, 10 instead of going 5, 10, 10, 5. Ooh, I didn't realize I had a reward. Ooh. And something I don't usually mention, which I will mention this time, if you were looking for the powerful tier 3 reward for Rasputin or where his bounties are, it will be on Io. And I also had a real question for you guys. What do you do once you have all the upgrades on all the bunkers? I've got like 3,000 bits sitting in my inventory and I've got no idea what to do with them. Obviously, yes, you can spend them on those chips to get more of the engrams, to get more of the weapons, but I don't really care about the weapons. Why is that so loud? There must be something at the end of this season Bungie's gonna make us use bits on, and I need to wait, I guess. Again, I would like to mention that was that loud, and I am standing out here in the middle of nowhere. Why is that loud? Moving on to Eververse's inventory, showing off everything that she does have available for Bright Dust and some perusal of these silver sections. Starting at 4 Bright Dust, we have things like the Rivalry Black Sand, which makes your character have a bit of black, and the Titans really don't paint very well with this one, but some of the other classes do paint a little bit better. We have the Warlock Projection, we have the emote for the high score, in case you wanted to pull out either a 9.9, 9.8, or a 10. Which is a fun little thing to do. We have the Ladylike Shell, one of the Revelry shells, which is the Ladybug. It is a guiding light shell, and I highly recommend you pick it up and, of course, make it red, because if it's red, then it looks like a red ladybug. For the other section, we have the Torch Light, which is an emote where you basically do the Olympic torch lighting, which is a very nice emote. I do like that. You have the Represent emote where you pull out your class's flags, which for some reason, it flips between them. I was going to say, I thought it was just going to be Titan, but I think this is a very good emote. I do want to actually get that one, even though it's 3,000. Man, I'm running out. We have the Hip to the Top emote dance, which is going to be pretty obvious. We have the Victory Lap Sparrow, in case you wanted something with radar dishes. You can get your TV signals while you're actually playing, in case you wanted to watch some TV while going on the go. We have the Team Spirit Ship. This is not a sparrow. This is a ship based on a sparrow. We have the Hunter Projection, and of course we have the Recognize emote, which is again an emote we have seen before. This is going to be your of course, we also have the Cyberclass Entrance Transmit Effect. I highly recommend you pick that one up. And then finally, the Rivalry White Sand, which is the opposite to the Black Sand. And of course, this is the last opportunity to get any one of these items. If you wanted to spend Bright Dust on any one of these things, or spend real money silver on any of the things for the Revelry event, this is the last opportunity to do so. So pick that up now if you don't have them. Oh, hey! Back to the regular spots, huh? Okay. You know, that's probably why people are being so toxic these days, but I'm trying to do it in a positive and fun way, you know? The hunters were talking such mad smack at the beginning, being like, we have no chance of losing. And moving on to Hawthorne's inventory, showing off everything that she does have available. She has a bunch of clan engrams for my clan of like 8 people. Let's freaking go. For the weekly raid challenges for the Last Wish raid, we have Witch, which is going to be the Shirochi challenge. In this challenge, basically, don't get hit by her regular ball attack. You can be hit by the launch, you can be hit by the pushback, but you cannot be hit by the regular ball attack, which has a weird amount of AoE, so this one is hard. For the Scourge of the Past raid, we have Hold the Line. It's going to be taking place in the first encounter of the raid. Basically, you just have to do everything faster. Do not let the battery level go below half, and you should get this challenge. And finally, for the Crown of Sorrows, we have Limited Blessing. Again, in the first encounter of the Crown of Sorrows raid, and in this encounter, only 2 people at one time can have the Witch's buff. So just have 2 pairs of people, trade the buff between each other, and just have the other people floating. And that is it. That is the end of the weekly... Oh, I didn't even notice these things. The end of the weekly reset for... the Guardian games. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. I'll try to get to them. I've been a bit behind on my comments by like 2 or 3 weeks, but I will try to get them to them as soon as I can. Just been quite busy with everything going on. So yeah, that's the end of it. My name's been Dychronic, and I'll see you guys on the next one.